The thing about Chris is he's just such an original cat. Just his energy, you remember it.
He's like Merle Haggard and Rolling Stones. If they had a baby, hyped up on Mountain Dew in the bottle, that's Chris Janson.
He's a pretty outspoken, driven guy. He gets an idea, it's in him, and it's got to come out.
I mean, that is what he was born to do. He picks up a guitar, he can write a song, and then he can go on stage and just crush it.
I grew up in rural southeast Missouri. I come from a blue-collar working-class family. Growing up in Missouri was different. I mean, it was Midwestern to the core. It was quiet, very humble. Cornfield on the left, soybean on the right, log cabin in the back of the woods. As far as I can remember, I was just born with my toes tapping, and music was something that I just had naturally. I'm a self-taught musician, learned off 3 chords and Georgia Satellite songs. I moved to Nashville at 18, 19, right on the brink of that. I moved there in a rebuilt title, 2-door Monte Carlo. I've always kind of had that mindset. If you dream big, you win big no matter what. And so I just went downtown, and I literally thought that gigs were going to be so easy to get. So I just asked for one, and I'll never forget, she was the barmaid at Tootsie's, told me to get the hell out and go home, that this town was not made for me. And I mean, rightfully so. Looking back, I would probably tell the younger me the same thing. I look like a kid decked out in Abercrombie holding the guitar with a bad haircut. Finally got up and was able to play later that night, and that's really where my musical journey began. And I had a substantial gig starting that night for 2 hours into the next morning, and then 365 more days I was a bar singer.
Hey, let me take 1 second out of your show, Chris.
One of the biggest highlights of my career was Keith Urban surprising me at the Ryman. And I knew he was coming to sing, but I did not know he was going to invite me to be a member of the Opry. Totally taken by surprise.
I'm looking at his face and I can swear he's thinking, okay, Urban, let's wrap it up. Incredible to watch him go from this guy who was thinking his show was completely getting out of his control to suddenly being asked to join the Opry.
I would like to invite you, Chris Janson, to become the newest member of our family at the Grand Ole Opry.
He's so passionate about the Opry and the history of country music and the relationship that he has with other artists that I think all of that was probably going through his head. This is really happening.
She'll make me cry. Definitely the highlight of my musical career. That's putting a timestamp in history and legacy of country music, and I think it's a great honor and a privilege, and I'm just really proud. I accomplished everything in this life I wanted to do so far, and one thing that I had not checked off yet was getting nominated for a CMA, but to get 3 was really a treat.
It's great to see a friend who's just been pushing for a long time be acknowledged, and for him I think it's surprising, but it's awesome.
He deserves it for his talent and his skills, but he defines tenacity. You sure give him extra credit for plowing through when a lot of people could have gotten demoralized.
Most people you will talk to have not toured in their pickup trucks and their cars and U-Haul truck. When we are now basking in the nice sun of this great success and CMA nominations and all these accolades and things, we really are thankful on a whole other level that most people cannot understand. We have been through the ringer, and we have seen the bottom of the pit, and we have now seen the top of the mountain. I'm thankful to be in that place, man, where you can see the greatness that you can achieve, but you know what the bottom feels like, and it's a good place. I really believe it's the path I'm supposed to be on. Life is pretty blessed.